Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome back to the 3D printing channel. Today we are printing the Holzfäller or something like that, which is a completely fictional prop. So it doesn't come from the universe of movie or TV shows or stuff like that. It is something someone just completely made up and made a fictional thing and put it up on Thingiverse. So I thought we'd try making it and it looks really freaking cool. And this was quite a complicated print, so there was a lot to print out and a lot of it ended up being too close on tolerance. Like, I'm gonna have to definitely be a bit smarter when printing some of the stuff out, especially inserts. All the time now, I think I should just print inserts out at 95% to make sure that they actually do fit in the holes they're made for, which I'm finding to be the case with a lot of 3D printed models. But yeah, this thing's got a lot of parts. And this was the most complicated parts for the receiver here. So what I did is added in these tiny little supports to help actually get this part to print out properly. So you can see I just added tiny supports in there to help that. Otherwise they would completely sag down or not print correctly at all. So this looks pretty decent. And overall, this actually printed out incredibly well, I would say. And I'm also going to go with the original designer's color scheme, which was like a black and an olive green as the paint job. And I think it looked really good in the pictures for the original. So I thought we'd follow that exact same design. So you can see here, I've cleaned up all the parts, taken off any adhesion I used on some of the bits. And it is looking pretty cool. So this weapon basically has an integrated, what would be a laser sight if it was real life, I think. And it's got a couple of different barrel sizes at the front there, a small one and a big one that I would guess one's for the actual bullets, one's for maybe for gas or something like that. And then we have a nice handle that goes on the back as well. So we're going to take these two parts away and we're going to print them up in olive green. And originally I was actually going to record the assembly of this prop, but it ended up just being too much of a pain in the ass. I had to do a lot of work to get it to go together because the tolerances were just too close, or sometimes, like for instance, the barrels at the front, which are supposed to insert, they're literally too big for the actual holes in the model. So a real pity. If I had to come back and do this again, I would completely print off most of the insert stuff at least 95% of the size of what they were. And I wouldn't recommend this one as a actual thing you guys should try. I think it's just unfortunately way too annoying and I wouldn't go for it. There is a remix on Thingiverse where the person does actually work on the tolerances, so stuff actually does go together better. So if you do want to try this, make sure you actually go for the version 2 that is on Thingiverse, made up by someone else, and they kind of just fix a lot of this stuff. So yeah, unfortunately, this is the first 3D model that I've printed off where I cannot recommend it for someone else to try. It does, however, look really cool. And the paint job, the olive green and the black, looks brilliant. I gotta say, it's definitely a stunning, cool fictional prop. But certainly I bit off a bit more than I could chew on this one. But it was a very good experience to try and put it together properly. And even though it's not perfect now that I've put it together, it still looks really cool. Like, it's gonna be a nice little display piece, and certainly don't regret printing it off. So very happy to have done it. I just wouldn't recommend it if you want to give it yourself a go. But like I say, there is a V2 that you could try that may have better tolerances.